What happened to George Bush's stimulus package of nearly $800 billion? You don't even know where that went. Nobody saying nothing. Nobody asking. But all of a sudden, our brother is the guilty party for putting America in debt. See, if you don't study, you cannot defend him. If you don't study, you can't help him. America went into debt starting in 1913. She was only $1 billion in debt in 1913, and in less than 100 years, she's $56 trillion in debt. How did that happen? Did Brother Barack do that? In 1913, some bankers, Jewish and Gentile, met on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia, and they developed what would later become the Federal Reserve Act, which was passed in Congress December the 26th, 1913. And after that, a group of bankers began to control the monetary service of this nation. Oh, they're right around the corner, and where they print the money, and right next door is the Holocaust Museum. Some of you silly ones wonder why. You say, Farrakhan, why are you doing this? You're making it hard for all of us. No. If you don't know Satan, you can't get free from him. Did I say something? See, the book of Thessalonians puts it nice. That day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. Not the spirit of sin. The man of sin. Sin is transgression of the law. And these, they're not really Jews. No. They've hijacked Judaism. Those that I'm talking about. This is the synagogue of Satan that you will read about in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Go ahead and study. They print your money. Used to be a time when we could go to the bank and pull out a $50 bill. I happen to have one. Mr. Grant's face is on it. But it says Federal Reserve note. But when I was a young boy, it used to be called a silver certificate. That you could take it to the bank, this is paper, and get in return real money. Silver. Take it to the bank now. See, you're being tricked every day. Bring your dollars or your old gold, and we will give you paper. Soon you'll be wiping your backside with paper because real money don't exist. America is broke. She's broke.
Greetings, family. How's everyone doing? Glad that you can make it to this Forward Money Network presentation. And tonight's topic, tonight's broadcast, this launches our new season of the Future of Money show. Now, what we're going to be talking about tonight is right in line with what the minister was telling us. I think that video is like 2004, I think. He was in Washington, D.C., and he was at a college, and he was telling us about the dollar. Now, we ain't been listening. The minister been telling us this for for years. We in Forward Money Network, we knew, but we've been reminding us on what he has told us since 2017. Now, everybody's paying attention because it's here now. All right. So what we see going on in the world is here now. So we've been telling you, remember when we started Forward Money Network, we was telling you, man, we got to get gold. Man, let's get crypto. Man, we got to get out of dollars. The dollar going to fall this and the third. This is what we started Forward Money Network on. So I want y'all to pay very close attention to what we finna deal with today. This is a major topic. It's going on everywhere. Everybody talking about the BRICS nation. So we're going to give you our viewpoint from it. We're going to give you Forward Money Network viewpoint on it. And when we found out about the BRICS back in 2017, 18, we reported on this, right? I can probably go to our YouTube channel and pull this up. If I can't go to YouTube and get it, I know Facebook still has it, all right? But we've been reporting. We told y'all about the BRICS nation. Now, the BRIC nations are talking about coming out with a currency that's global. We're going to deal with the new members that join in the BRIC nation and what that means for the West. But we're going to also outline what it means for us over here in America. Because as I've been listening to all social media influencers and all of that, now nobody has a solution, all right? Yeah, you can acquire gold, you can get silver, yeah, that's cool. You might can even get some cryptocurrencies. That's cool too. But in the midst of all of this, where's the opportunity though? Where's the chance to get rich? Because if something is falling, then something is on the rise. So we need to be looking at the new system because the dollar SWIFT system is finally done. All right. And this is all by America's bullying other nations. So we should not in no way feel sorry. All right. Matter of fact, might need to be happy. Why? Because not only have they weaponized the dollar against other nations, they have weaponized it against us. They make us pay taxes on it. So maybe if a new currency come out, I ain't got to worry about taxes. If the dollar fall, well, what the IRS, who they gonna tax me on? Y'all ain't got no currency. Get out of my face. See, but we worry about those things because we are still afraid. But I ain't gonna let Minister Farrakhan come out of me tonight. We're gonna keep it cautious. We're gonna keep it on point. So let us get to it because I don't really want this to be long because we plan on doing a part 2 and a part 3 to this broadcast right here tonight, right? We want to talk about this multiple times because we got to get it in your head that, listen, the dollar's done. The dollar's done. The banking system is done. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a legal CPA. I'm not a legal tax preparer, whatever, all that stuff there, right? I'm not none of that centralized stuff, okay? I am a real entrepreneur and a real wealth builder. So all I'm going to tell you is, if you are sitting on 401ks, IRAs, retirement plans, if you got your money into these bonds, you better get your money out fast and move it somewhere else. You can't hold it either. So if you get the cash, you can't hold it. You got to do something with it. So you better go get you some gold. You better go get you some silver. Or you better come join Forward Money Network and come and be a new millennium banker. We have entered the final call. Do you hear me? We have entered the war of Armageddon. It is here. So this is the final call for the survivors. If you don't want to lose everything, if you worry about a penalty, don't worry, you're going to go there and they're going to give it to you and you ain't going to be able to do nothing with it. They're going to say, oh yeah, you want the 100,000, here you go. Where you going to spend it at? This is serious. But let us get to the broadcast. So we always start the Future Money Show off looking at the price of gold. And I'd be amazed because people come tell me, well, we need gold. Man, you can't talk to me about gold. We started Forward Money Network based on gold. That's what the brand is started on. So you can't talk to me about that because you see us doing crypto. When we were doing gold, we was getting gold in the system. When that system didn't withstand the regulations and all of the stuff that the regulators put on the company, where we shifted and now we in a blockchain system where we're getting paid daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and we making money that we ain't never seen before. Like not me. We ain't never seen no money like this here. Right? Not in the business, not the way we getting paid, never seen it, never heard of nothing like this. All right? That's why we bring it to you. We don't just in love with crypto, we in love with the systematic approach to crypto, and we love decentralization. All right? Gold, though, hey, gold is up over 2,000. It shot up to, I think, about $2,025, but it closed on Friday at $2,007. Gold spot price closed. So this is, they predicting gold to go to 3,000 by the end of this year, and some predicting it to go to 10,000. But all I want to know is, if it go to 3,000, if it go to 10,000, what is that going to say for the dollar? So is it going to be the power of the gold? An ounce of gold going to be equivalent to power to $10,000? We gotta see what we don't. We gotta know what's going on. Now I don't know. All I know is that it's going up, but remember it's priced in dollars. So when the dollar falls, what is things going to be priced to? That's when we're going to see the new medium of exchange. Now this could happen 5 years out of the dollar collapse, 10 years out of the dollar collapse, 20 years out of the dollar's collapse. I don't know. But what's going to be a immediate solution, right? Maybe some cryptocurrencies. The blockchain is here. You got metaverse stuff going on. So listen, this is why the Fed or Reserve is trying to come out with their own digital currency, they digital payment systems. Oh yeah. So this is deep. So that's gold spot price. Now I always tell people, in a major crisis, yeah, you can get rich. Are you wealthy with gold? However, gold acts as insurance. Gold acts as insurance because it really is money. You feel what I'm saying? Gold really is money. Okay? But we know that cash makes you rich. Okay? Money makes you wealthy, but it's cash that this world is operating on, as currencies. So we don't know. I don't know what's going to be. I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do know one thing. I would rather get caught holding anything but dollars when it all said and done. I know that, right? I'm taking my chances with anything outside of dollars and anything outside of the Federal Reserve System. That's me, though. You got your own preferences, all right? Now let's take a look at what will make you rich and what has made many, many people rich over the last 10, 15 years, say. Well, it has been cryptocurrency. Now, people can argue, say, I don't understand it, I don't understand it. Hey, listen, ain't nothing up higher than Bitcoin. Ain't nothing up higher than Ethereum. Nothing. Not far as interest on it. Well, it's 28,000. Yeah, it's 28,000 a day. But at one point in time, it was $1. It was even tenths of pennies. So, I think we just go look at some stuff. All right, so we just look at some stuff. We just want to show y'all some historical stuff, right? And just show you, because people say this, but do they know how to break it down and make it plain? All right, so all I do, I just go and show the actual, if I can get to it. I just go and show what's what. So here we go over here. Now I want y'all to see this. Now this is what CoinMarketCap got listed. Now you just do the math on it. You ain't gotta listen to me. You can say you don't like crypto, you don't trust it. All right. Bitcoin was launched in 2009. CoinMarketCap probably came out 2013, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact date. Somebody can get that for me. But I want y'all to see something. All right. This is what you need to understand. Whenever you hear the naysayer say anything about crypto, Bitcoin, all that there, just bring them here and say, well, can you explain this? Can you explain this? I want y'all to see this. Now, from CoinMarketCap, I want y'all to see that this is crazy. This is mind-boggling. All right. CoinMarketCap got listed Bitcoin all-time high at $68,789.63. So from that price to the price it is now, it's down nearly 60%. But that only mattered if you bought it over the price that it is today. If you didn't get it over the price that it is today, then you up. But check this out though. 13 years ago, all-time low that CoinMarketCap got listed. They got it listed at 4 pennies. That was Bitcoin all-time low. I want you to wrap your mind around this though. Because we ain't seen these type of returns and nothing else. So for 13 years ago, over the last 13 years that CoinMarketCap got Bitcoin listed, it says all-time low, 4 pennies, percentage that is up. That is 5 million. No. Man, this is ridiculous. That is 57,738,642.81%. Bitcoin is up 57 million% in the last 13 years. You're looking at the data. I ain't make this up. 57,000%. 57 million. If it was 57,000, that'd still be a lot. But it's saying it's 57 million. Then it say the ROI. Now we can hit this here and it tell us what that means. The approximate return on investment if purchased at the time of launch or earliest known price. Okay. It's saying that price is 45,430,116.3.03%. And we love to say, I don't want that. I don't trust that. I don't know nothing about that. Pretty sure you don't. All right. I just take people here and show them this. When they say that, I just show them this. But look, we dealing with crypto. We talking about the future of money. I'm not insinuating that Bitcoin is the future of money. I'm not insinuating that crypto is. It's going to be used some kind of way. Some of these coins are going to make it. And I believe Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, the ones that got utility, got their own protocol, they're going to make it. So Bitcoin going to be here. That's the first one, right? Everything is patented out of Bitcoin. Then you got Ethereum. Then you got Binance. Then you also have us, the G999 coin, and also you have our Linear Stater coin. So here's Ethereum, trading at $1,800 right now. We go to their historical data. What is Ethereum up? So this is from what CoinMarketCap got listed. Ethereum, all-time high, $4,891.70. So as of right now, it's down 62%. Now, 7 years ago, all-time low that CoinMarketCap listed, 2015, 42 cents. So they saying that Ethereum in the last 7 years is up. Return on investment, interest on Ethereum, $441,500. $41,500. $441,500, my bad. $441,500. Then it said Ethereum ROI is, say, 65,000%. Then what is up? Hey, nothing else people can say. We meet people all the time. I'm in the real estate. You're trying to compare this stuff to stuff it don't amount to. Is you trying to get rich? That's all we talking about. Everything that we do, we trying to get rich, except work a job. But all the entrepreneurs and the hustlers, we trying to get rich. Let's take a look at Binance, and then we're gonna move to the next segment. But we want to do this, and it's needed for the Future Money Show, because what we finna show you about the bricks, it come right back to crypto. All right, come right back to crypto, right in your face. Now let's look at Binance. Binance, all-time high 2 years ago, $690.93. All-time low 6 years ago, 9 cents. Say the return on it then Look at that. This Binance now. I just showed you three currencies. 324,152.72%. This is what Binance is up. That's to his all-time high. So when it hit his all-time high, it was up 324%. Right now it's down to like $300. So now it's up 270,000%. All right, let's get to it, family. So we did want to do that. So let's talk about what's going on with the BRIC nations. Hey, the BRIC nations, who the original 5 BRIC nations are: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. They emerging economies, and they want to do trading, bilateral trading with each other, and they don't want to use the dollar. Okay, the number 2 players in this is, well, there's really 3 major players in this, and that is Russia, India, and China. All right, Russia is a player because Russia is a superpower. China is a superpower with the fastest growing economy, and India has a fast growing economy as well. All right, these are Asian nations, some European nations. You got some South American nations, all in together. You got some African nations in South Africa, right? And they are expanding. So this was just on Fox News a couple of days ago. Now, this is on Fox News. If they talk about on Fox News, they don't talk about this stuff. So if the enemy letting this get out here, this is serious. This is serious, all right? If the enemy letting this get out here, this is serious. But remember, the enemy always think that they the master on the chessboard, but they're not. Their time is done. So all this Fed now, the killing of the Cash App CEO and founder, whatever, Cash App still working. So we got to look at that a little different. Was that a smoke screen? Was that a misdirection? So what is the international bankers really doing? Where they focus really at? Right now, they're trying to keep power. I'm just giving you Forward Money Network point of view. All right. This is how we see it from studying this and following this over the years. The international bankers, our condolences go out to the CEO of Cash App. We have it for because we use Cash App, right? I use Cash App, love Cash App. It's a nice tool to use to transact money. It's a nice tool for us in crypto because we can get Bitcoin over there. We can move it, right? But was he just a pawn in this whole big scheme of things? How powerful was he? Did they have to kill him to roll out the Fed now? No. Cash App still operating right now. So that ain't the case. But they're going to try to shut it down now. No. That might be something that we call a misdirection. This is casualties. It always is casualties in war. Meaning some people get killed that just innocent, just innocent. They really don't have nothing to do with the war, but they casualties. All right, make it look like something bigger than what it is to make the people. Because remember, they always want to do trends and do stuff to make us look in another direction than what they really focusing on. All right, and this is how they stay in power, and this is how they have the American people dumbed down and under their control. All right, but check this out. Why would they have to kill him if we know with the power of the SEC, the FBI, the CIA, the ATF, where they can just come up with anything and could have told him and just made him shut Cash App down? They ain't had to kill him. They could have indicted him on a bogus charge. This is what they do all the time to hedge fund managers, owners of brokers firms. This is what they do all the time. Insurance companies. They just attack their CEO like that. They don't have to kill him. I'm not saying that they didn't kill him. I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying if they did, we might need to look at it another way. Stop looking at it for what it looked like. Right? For what it looked like, yes, it looked like a hit. But why? Because like I said, they could have just, because it was a payment system using cash. They could have just used the SEC to come up with some type of flag, shut it down. They could use the SEC to do that. The Fed control the SEC. Y'all do know that. And then you got the FDIC. All the people getting scammed, supposedly getting scammed for Cash App. They could have just used that and said, oh, man, your platform ain't safe. Shut that down. Shut that down or else. We what? Or else what? We gonna send the alphabet boys to lock you up. Simple. Ain't no big deal. They had to kill him. You feel what I'm saying? So there's something else there. That ain't their real agenda. But listen, I want y'all to listen at these videos from Fox just a couple days ago. And they talking about the BRIC nations because this is where we're going. Because I want y'all to understand, Vladimir Putin is a powerful man. Do you think the West can just kill him like that? Do you think the international banks can just have Vladimir Putin take out like that? They can try it. But can they just do it? No, because he has real power. He's powerful. Right? So what am I saying? Well, if they just taking out this little crypto found over here, this Cash App found over here, they just take them out like nothing, then that ought to tell you that that's something else there. They killing all these crypto people didn't start getting killed until that whole FTX debacle. See, y'all see the trend. You got to follow what's happening. All right? You got to follow these events after events. You got to follow them. None of that was happening with crypto founders and CEOs, these billionaires so-called, until that whole debacle at FTX. And then you said, oh, this crypto billionaire dead. Oh, this crypto millionaire dead. Oh, this Cash App man is dead. Don't fall for that, fam. All right? Don't fall for that. But listen to this video real quick. This is Fox News. Check it out.
Putin announced this week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they're in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Monica, great to see you this morning. Let's start right there. What happens if these emerging economies move away from the U.S. dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Good morning, Will. It's great to be with you. And it's really hard to overstate exactly how catastrophic the abandonment of the U.S. dollar would be as the world's global reserve currency. Look, since the end of World War II, the dollar has been the safe place to go, and it's been backed up by a couple of things. It originally was backed up by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard, so there's no hard asset backing up the dollar anymore for the last 50 years. But also it's been backed up by the strength and economic power of the United States and the fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that were to end, that would mean the end of the U.S. dollar.
Now, you heard it from them themselves now, right? Because the petrodollar, see, this is why we love Gold Standard Bank so much. This is why, family. Why? Because Gold Standard Bank is showing us the utility aspect of cryptocurrency. But before we get into that, let's go over some comments right now. Thank you, Crypto Queen. She said that people are just now catching up to the fact that Biden sold America to China a long time ago. They are distracted. Hashtag, you're correct. My law firm told me crypto isn't taxed, and he doesn't see it being taxed anytime soon. They can't tax it. And my wife said, she went to Google and said that CoinMarketCap was founded in 2013. Thank you for that, Queen. Thank you, Crypto Queen, for your statements as well. So let's get back to this, family. This is huge. Now, we gotta understand the timeline. the United States dollar did not become the world currency until 1944. This was exactly 31 years after the creation of the Federal Reserve. A whole 3 decades. All right. However, the Federal Reserve was created in 1913. 20 years later, they actually had already took gold away from the United States dollar in 1933 under the president Franklin D.L. Roosevelt. All right, Franklin Roosevelt. All right, the dollar didn't have no gold behind it since 1913. Then they tricked 11 years after that, after Franklin Roosevelt did what he did, because it was a 40-year law that no citizens in America could possess bullion gold or coinage gold. So that means it don't matter if your dollar said gold certificate or silver certificate. You couldn't have it. You couldn't go cash it out and you couldn't go and take those dollars that said gold on it and get gold because it was against the law. For the American city, that lasted for 40 years. All right? That lasted for 40 years, from 1933 to 1973. That lasted. Okay, so now let's go to 1944. Now, there's no gold on the dollar. Not to the citizens. Okay? Not to the citizens. 1944, this is 31 years after the creation of the Federal Reserve. Now they do something called Bretton Woods. They have a payment system called Bretton Woods. So they trick all of the major countries. They call the G20 countries to come to New Hampshire, out here on the East Coast in America, and they met and they agreed to allow the dollar to be the #1 reserve currency because it's supposed to have been bagged by gold. But remember, it wasn't bagged by gold. They took it off the gold standard in 1933, unbeknown to the rest of the world. All right. Then, approximately, how many years out of that? That is 27 years after Bretton Woods. Here goes Trigger Dick, Richard Nixon, President Richard Nixon. He finalized the dollar being just paper. And he takes the dollar off the gold standard completely. So it's done. Richard Nixon sealed the deal. He stamped it. Bam, it's done. So what Roosevelt did in 33, it took them 38 years to finalize the deal. But now they done tricked the world almost for 30 years to be on the dollar standard. So all of the other nations, they tied their currencies to dollars. Okay? And this allowed the international bankers through the United States Treasury, through the Federal Reserve, to print dollars repeatedly, unconsciously. How much they want, they just can print it. So we see gold go from $35 an ounce. It go to $2,000 an ounce, right? $1,900 an ounce. Then we see multiple crashes take place. All right? Then we had the crash in 2000, right? We had a little baby crash in the 80s. We had a crash the big crash in 2008. 2008 is significant because some experts say that in 2008 is really when the dollar fully collapsed. However, it was only us holding it up with the confidence, because we still got confidence in the dollar over here, and they still had the bullying power to force everybody else to accept the dollar, because after Bretton Woods, they came out with the petrodollar and made it where all of the nations had to use the dollar to get oil. So you couldn't get petrol, you couldn't get gas, trade on gas, buy gas, import gas, unless you use the dollar. That's utility. So they were smart enough to put utility behind the dollar because they tied it to the petrol, to the gas, to the oil. All the countries need this. They tied it to that. All right. So now they set up this oil war Well, America with NATO is going around in these smaller countries, whether they Islamic, African, or whatever. If they find the reserves there, they bomb them. If the president or the prime minister or the one in power in that country will not submit to the policies coming out of Washington, or they would do you like they did Cuba and put an embargo on Cuba, so Cuba can't develop. All right, so they telling you that it's an Islamic thing because Gaddafi did this, or they did this, Saddam Hussein did this. They don't care nothing about that. Because until America got over there, you had in Iraq, you had Christians, Jews, Muslims, all in peace under Saddam Hussein. Yeah, it's always injustice by these governments because they all wicked rulers, but they injustice wasn't greater than the injustice we see going on in America. Now, was they? So all of that was a smoke screen because they wanted the resources in the oil coming out of Iraq. They wanted the same thing in Afghanistan. So they hit Afghanistan, they hit Syria, they hit Libya, all this, they hit Yemen. All of this is documented. This is not me just talking hypotheticals. This is documented, right? Every United States president has took a Muslim nation to war. Yes, even Barack Obama. Because they had been after Gaddafi, but they didn't kill Gaddafi until Obama was in office, 2011. So listen, family, I'm just setting the stage for why we looking at it one way. I want you to understand, why we looking at it one way, the other countries looking at it in a totally different way. Russia sitting back looking, we're going to build up because we knew they used the Afghanistans to destroy the Soviet Union. Oh, yeah. So what Russia say? Russia say, oh, we got to build back up. So they got their nuclears up. They got the power. Then they got the right president in place. They ready now. Then you got China sitting back. Okay, America rule with brute force. China go and make these deals with these African countries and for the most part play fair. Get them a fair deal. We'll bring the technology. We'll bring the skills. We'll bring what you need, the infrastructure, and we will actually hire your people. We're not just going to rape the resources and move it over here to China. This is how China play. That's why the African nations love to deal with China. And Russia do the same thing. Y'all following this? This is what's happening. So as America keep bullying, Russia attack Ukraine. Now listen, let me go back. In 2018, I did a video on this. We did a video on this. I'm going to try to find it and post it on social media so y'all can get it. In 2018, March the 26th to be exact, I remember the date because my oldest child, that's her birthday. So I remember the date. China finally released and launched the petrol yuan. And they said if you don't trust the yuan, we will let you convert the yuan in for gold because Shanghai got a lot of gold reserves. Now this unbeknown to the world that's not in the finances. The reason I know because at this time we was heavy in the gold. We was heavy into the finance. When you get in dealing with gold and cryptocurrency and stuff like that, now you in the finance, you into the banking system now. You into the currencies. You paying attention to what's going on. You getting these articles. You doing this research. You doing this study. You seeing it. So I saw that. I said, Everybody else was kind of silent about it. But it was a power move. But the petrol yuan really was able to really be used until Russia attacked Ukraine. Because America stepped in. Because America with NATO really caused this war. Because they tried to make Ukraine part of NATO. Russia not part of NATO. Right? So if you look at the geographic landmass of Russia, the West was closing in on Russia. So when they was trying to bring Ukraine into Russia, Russia was like, hell no. So they went ahead and attacked. They like, they ain't gonna let you do this here. You feel what I'm saying? Because all of that under the Soviet Union was all Russia anyway. Remember this now. The Ukraine, Crichton, see, they had already took Crichton when Obama was the president. And then America tried to step in, but Vladimir Putin pretty much barred them down. So they stand down off of that. But now they're in a Ponzi war because our president, right now, Joe Biden, he has been sending financial aid to who? The Ukrainians. All this is deep now. This is deep from what we just see now. So this is playing out on the world stage. So where is it going to end? It's going to end in war. America, England, and Israel. These are the three main players in Germany. Well, part of Germany. One side of Germany. Okay? This would really make up the strong power of the West. Israel is America in the East. All right? England is the big brother. We all should know the history. America the little brother and Israel the little sister. Hallelujah. You call them little brother, right? We gonna call them little sister. They the little sister, right? So Israel is in the East, in the Middle East, right over there with the Muslims. Just with, we didn't even say the Muslims. They with, that's where Iraq at, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, all this right there with Israel at in Palestine. All this right there in the East. All right. So Israel is America in the East. England is still the big brother. So all of this is tied together. So what is that doing to the West and their power? All right. So let's take a look at it. The other nations, they tired of it, family. And then the critical mistake that America made when Russia attacked Ukraine is when they showed full support for Ukraine and they took Russia out of the SWIFT payment system. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was done then. So what Russia been doing? What Russia been using the yuan to get their oil and trade and use another currency. They can't use their own currency because you couldn't use the Russian currency outside of Russia. So it has no weight outside dealing with other nations, right? So they got to adopt another currency. They didn't adopt the yuan, the petro yuan. And they've been using cryptocurrencies. This is why Russia's still staying afloat. So all of this is going to end in war. And England is going to trick America into this final war. And it's happening now. Yeah, just hey, listen, and I'm not telling you from nothing I'm saying. All right? The final war is going to end in Germany. All right? Matter of fact, let's take a quick commercial break. And let's bring on the man that taught me pretty much everything I know. Definitely taught me about this war stuff. Just listen to him. This is what he said. So if you disagree, don't bother me. All right? Just don't get caught out of pocket. Do I still have this video? Here it is. Let's take a look and we're going to be back and we're going to get into this art. Check it out. This is from 1996. Listen closely.
He said, America is gone. Her money is gone. There's no more silver, no more gold. After a while, she may ask for copper. The money is worthless. Right now, the money has no value. This used to be a silver certificate that used to say, pay the bearer on demand $1 in silver. You can't get silver for it anymore. You can't get gold for it. It is the wealth of the country that's holding up the dollar. He said, soon you'll see money piled and burning in the streets. there will be another medium of exchange not coming from this country. He said, I warn you because I love you. Now listen to these words. She will fight and continue to fight. He mentioned Vietnam and other areas of Asia. But the last fight will be in East Germany, and there she will be destroyed. Now I want you to stop with me a minute. I want to talk about East Germany.
Now, that was in 1996, but those from notes from that he got from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad back in the 60s. But the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told them they couldn't say it publicly what he had gave them privately in the 60s. So the minister said that those notes was from the 60s. That was 1996 when he revealed it. But y'all see what's happening. Do America got military bases in Germany? Do they have soldiers in Germany right now as we speak? They do. Said another currency coming, not coming from this nation. Not coming from this nation. This is the BRICS nations. All right. This is critical that we understand this because we got to get in survival mode. All right. Because we can't think, oh, I want America to stay afloat. No. We're not getting no justice over here. We're not getting no freedom over here. We're not getting no equality over here. So why do we want America to stay afloat? Well, I don't want America to get hit with a nuke because we over here. Don't worry about that. All right? Don't worry about that. The war in America being destroyed is going to be off land. It's not going to be here. All right? Allah in the Christ, they got a whole nother cake baked for America. Don't worry about that. They ain't going to get bombed. We ain't going to get bombed from no other nation. They ain't going to reach over here. All right? It's deep now. I know it's deep. But hey, listen, this is a deep topic. Let's get to it, though. BRICS. World currency takeover. Is this the end of the United States dollar? Now, this was released April the 7th at 9 a.m. in the morning. Key points. A new world currency could improve cross-border transactions and financial assets. Addressing security, stability, and regulatory challenges is vital for the new currency's long-term global impact. The ambitious plan by the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, to create a new global currency is not only an economic endeavor, but also a technological one. Hold on, let me read that again. It's not only this new global currency by the BRICS, it's not only an economic endeavor, but also a technological one. As these countries work together to establish a currency that could potentially reshape the global financial landscape. The technological aspects of this project are crucial to its success. Now listen, I heard this the other morning when I was listening to Robert Kiyosaki and another man named Andy talk about the BRIC nations and other countries coming to the BRICS. And they said that the BRICS have already said that they're going to use the blockchain for their transactions. They're going to use the blockchain. Blockchain and digital currencies, the foundation of the BRICS currency. Blockchain technology, the underlying technology behind cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, could play a pivotal role in the development and implementation of BRICS' new global currency. This decentralized, secure, and transparent technology offers a more efficient and cost-efficient way to process transactions, manage currencies, supply, and ensure the integrity of the financial system. By utilizing blockchain technology, the BRICS nations can create a digital currency that is not only more accessible, but also less prone to manipulation and fraud. This new currency could benefit from the advantages of decentralization, such as reduced transaction costs, increased security, and enhanced transparency. Cross-border payments and financial inclusion. One of the significant challenges in the current global financial system is the inefficiency of cross-border payments. Traditional money transfer methods between countries are often slow, expensive, and complex. The BRICS-led global currency powered by blockchain technology could offer a faster, cheaper, and more straightforward solution for cross-border transactions. The new currency could boost trade and economic integration among the BRICS nations and beyond by facilitating seamless cross-border payments. Furthermore, the digital nature of the currency could promote financial inclusion by providing individuals and businesses with limited access to traditional banking services an opportunity to participate in the global economy. Ooh, listen, that's something we should be open for. Did y'all hear that? See, because we ain't getting nothing from the banks. They just use us, and we actually pay taxes to uphold this stuff. We literally pay taxes on the dollar to uphold the banking system, to uphold the Federal Reserve. Literally, that's where your tax money goes. All right? Wow, that's deep. Did y'all hear that? That's deep, family. I hope y'all get this. Listen to it. Share this out. Please share this out. Subscribe to Forward Money Network. We have been leading the charge in the financial world to us in America and really out the world. For the small person, for the person that don't have a lot of money, for the person that might have $10,000, $5,000, but what you gonna do with it? All right? No, we've been telling you, not only pointing out to you what's happening and what's coming, and we've been spot on. Why? Because it ain't coming from me. It's coming from the minister, right? I know nothing. Everything I know about all this warfare stuff like this, I'm only studying it the way I study it, and I get information from over here and over here, but I always funnel it through what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has told us that the Most Honorable Allah Muhammad told him. That's the only way I don't funnel it through nothing else. I'm just telling you. If it wasn't for that, that's my foundation. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be no Forward Money Network. Forward Money Network is named after Master Fard Muhammad. That's where the name come from. Forward money. And it means obligatory. It means independent. So we bring it to you a financial independence plan. Financial freedom, cool. But that don't guarantee you're going to be independent at the same time. You got to know the difference. But we ain't get into that tonight. We ain't got enough time. All right, let's talk about a smart program. Smart contracts, my bad. Smart contract. This is deep. And this is showing up deep to us in Gold Standard Bank. I hope they listening. Smart contracts and programmable money. Another technological innovation that could be instrumental in the development of the BRICS new currency is the use of smart contracts. Oh my goodness. These self-executing contracts with the terms directly written into code and automate various aspects of financial transactions such as payment, settlements, and asset transactions. Integrating smart contracts into the BRICS currency system could enable programmable money where specific conditions must be met before a transaction is executed. This feature could lead to more efficient financial operations and reduce risk associated with fraud and default. Wow. Family, this is deep. Man, we sitting in such a good place, family. Family, listen. Man, we sitting in such a good place, family. Oh, my goodness. This is deep. Let me go over that again. Smart contracts and programmable money. Another technological innovation that could be instrumental in the development of the BRICS new global currency is the use of smart contracts. These self-executing contracts with the terms directly written into code can automate various aspects of financial transactions such as payments, settlements, and asset transactions. We know the power of smart contracts. You got real estate, right, on the blockchain in a smart contract. Most of the cryptocurrencies that you see on the market are smart contracts on the blockchain. NFTs is nothing but a smart contract. You can put a smart contract on anything. Records, data, a business, a product, anything can be a smart contract. And Gold Standard Bank is about to release the fastest, best smart contract blockchain that we have seen. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's wrap this up, family, because we're coming to a halt. But we have a part 2 coming. This was just the first one. So you definitely want to come back. You want to subscribe. You want to come back here. So let's talk about it. Here's another article. BRICS. This came out April the 6th. The rise of a new global superpower. As the alliance leads to change, world's economic and financial map is being rearranged. Check this out. The BRICS, who have expected that the BRICS nation could rise as the potential rival of the G7 country, that's the West. But let's get to here, to where I want to be. Driving force behind the expansion, because it's expanded. See, it started with those countries, but now look at the countries that's talking about they want to come into the BRICS. The geopolitical global conflict thrust shift resulting from the Russia-Ukraine war, however, proved to be the driving force behind the massive expansion underway at BRICS, especially as financially powerful countries begin showing interest in the intervention. They include Argentina, the UAE, Mexico, Algeria, and particularly Saudi Arabia. Recent financial reports suggest that BRICS is already the world's largest gross domestic product GDP bloc in the world, as it currently contributes 31.5% to the global GDP, ahead of the G7, which contributes 30.7%. Okay, family, that's what we're going to stop at right there. But we're going to come back next week and we're going to pick back up right here. All right? And we're going to start right here, and we got more coming. So you want to come back, you want to bring your family, your friends, you want to replay this, you want to get with us, family, you want to come and join Forward Money Network and come and be a new millennium banker. We ain't thinking about what the BRICS doing. We going to concern on what we going to do. We running Project Exodus 10,000. We looking for 10,000 people that want to become millionaires while we still can. So with that being said, family, we'll see y'all Monday morning with a brand new crypto morning, but come back next week for a part 2 to this series here. With that being said, family, we are out of here.
I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor.